Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here right now. Today I'm going to be doing a short video tutorial. I was knitting a project and I had realized it's a triangular piece, so you have a right side and you have a center and then you have a left side, and I had messed up all the part on the right side. And I didn't want to undo the whole left side because the left side was fine. So what I did was I went ahead and finished the left side, and then I went back and repaired the right side by undoing it stitch by stitch. I didn't undo the whole row. I did it stitch by stitch, which is something what I like to call lace surgery. And I want to show you a little bit of this. Just kind of gives you a different way to think. You don't always have to undo a whole row to fix a mistake. And I hope you'll find this interesting. So let me roll the clip. Alright my friends, I'm going to show you some lace surgery. I'm working on this project. I can't show you all of it, but I have made some mistakes on these sections, and instead of going back and undoing the row, I'm choosing to undo it as I go. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I have this stitch I just undone. Let's see, no. I'm just going to walk it through so you guys can see me undo this. Let's see, there's 5, 6, 7. Alright, after that is a yarn over. Let me undo this stitch. You go into the stitch below. Let that strand come out. I'm going to drop that yarn over and add it back. So I have that stitch undone. Let's see, let me count this again. Alright, right there. I need a stitch marker. And I need a yarn over. I need a yarn over, so I'm just going to grab that thread that is undone. There's a yarn over at the end of this section, and a stitch marker. Now, this stitch was on this side of the stitch marker, but I'm moving it to this one. These two stitches are a slip knit, so I'm carefully going into each one of those stitches like this to undo them, and then pulling out the thread that made the stitch. So now I've got both of the stitches, and see there's a thread that was made the stitch. I got both of those stitches. I put them on my thing. Now I've got 3 stitches to start my next section. The first stitch I'm going to do is a slip knit, so I'm going to twist that. These first 2 stitches will be a slip knit. So I'm going to take the thread back here. It's going to be use it. I just put it over this left hand needle, since you do that with a left hand needle anyway. I have those 2 stitches. I'm just going to slide them over that thread, and that makes my slip knit like that. So that's my slip knit. Now this next stitch is already undone, and it's supposed to be a knit stitch. So I'm just going to pull the needle up over here, pull it through like that. That makes a knit stitch. Then this next stitch I've got to undo because it's supposed to be a knit 2 together. So you go into that right there, undo the stitch. See, I just undid it like that. Alright, and I've got to undo these 2 knit 2 togethers, because one of the stitches will be in the knit 2 together that I'm going to create, and then the next stitch will be something else. So I got the thread behind that. So I've got 3 stitches here. The next 2 stitches in my thing are a knit 2 together, so I'm going to take the thread I've undone like that, and I'm going to put it over like that. That's a knit 2 together. So I have a slip knit, knit 2 together that I've repaired. And this will all even itself out. Right now it looks maybe a little wonky, but it will even itself out. Now this stitch is, I'm sorry, is it the next stitch is a knit stitch, so I've got to fix that with that thread like that. All I did was I take that over that, and then I need to put a yarn over it between those two stitches, so you just go under that thread like that. I'll pull it a little bit. Alright, so that's a knit stitch that I've created. This is already a knit stitch, which is supposed to be, that's supposed to be a knit stitch. Oh, no, that's a yarn over. Next stitch is a knit stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that fixes that whole section. And that makes it work better. And that's some lace surgery. I'll show you the next section in case you're interested. It's kind of the same thing, but alright, so it's supposed to be a yarn over at the end of this section. So this stitch is extra. So I'm going to go into that stitch below. Let the thread come out that was creating that stitch. You can help it a little bit with your fingers. Alright, that's done. I'm going to drop that yarn over and put it back in if I need it. I think I said, let me double check. Alright, so I'm going to move the stitch marker. Alright, so I need to put a yarn over at the end of that section. So I'll grab the thread that I'm working with. I can't see. There it is. Create a yarn over. Put my stitch marker. So that finishes this section. I should have 12 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, okay. That's the problem, is that stitch marker, that yarn over crept over. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There we go. That's fixed. And that stitch marker might creep under, so you have to be careful. Now this is the next stitch I need to undo, because the next two stitches are supposed to be a slip slip knit. So those two stitches are a slip slip knit. So you grab them like that, undo the thread. I'm going to twist that back the right way. I'm going to leave that one twisted because I'm going to use it for the slip slip knit. This stitch has to be twisted because when you slip it, it gets twisted before you slip slip knit it. This one already is twisted because you can see that the left leg is in front. So those two stitches are going to become a slip slip knit. Since you knit that on the left hand needle, I put it on the left hand needle. I grab the yarn that I'm working with, and I just take those two stitches together over and off that yarn, and that creates the slip slip knit that I need. Alright, the next stitch is a knit stitch. And with lace surgery, you just need to be patient. So I take it over and off like that. That's a lace stitch. A knit stitch. Then the next stitch I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this. This is a knit stitch, but it's supposed to be a knit two together. These two are a knit two together. So I'm just going to undo those two. So I have 3 stitches undone. I'm going to lower that because that makes it a little bit easier to do. These are all twisted, which is making it hard to figure out which one is which. There we go. There we go. I just had that. Okay. I had grabbed the ladder like that. That's what was making it look weird. Now, alright. That stays on that side. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. I've got to create a knit two together right there. Grab the yarn that's loose. So you take it like that, knit two together, those two stitches up and off the needle like that. So there you go, you have a slip slip knit, knit, knit two together. Then the next stitch is a yarn over knit, but I'm going to do the knit stitch first, and then I'll do the yarn over. So there's the knit stitch, and then add a yarn over in between it. And actually, let's just grab that first, and then, oh, I can't do it like that. I gotta grab that yarn over first. It's just not, I'm just running out of room here. I probably have a yarn over I need to drop past this. Give me a little bit more wiggle room. There we go. There's one, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. And there we go. That's done, except I just got to add a yarn over at the end, and I fixed that section again. So see, you just have to take it stitch by stitch. Don't get in a hurry, and you can totally repair your lace without undoing it stitch by stitch. You can do it as you go along. Thank you so much for watching this. If you've enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new here, we would love to have you join us. So hit that subscribe button if you'd like to talk about knitting and crochet. For all my subscribers that are here all the time, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe, stay cool, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Take care.